Good morning. Welcome to the Wisdom Across Ages podcast. Oh my God, happy new week. Sort of interesting. Let me tell you what I'm learning at the moment. Sorry, I'm multitasking. It's a new skill set. I'm also learning how to multitask. So, just reflecting over the weekend about my week, my month, and it appears to me I've not been exposing myself to light. And I wrote about it in our book, A Life. I don't probably know the chapter, but it said, "Let there be light," and I mean the impact of the circadian rhythm on our well-being is just so profound. And I'm saying, "Oh my God, I've been so busy with my writing. I've not really been going out these days." And yeah, I think I'm okay, but I'm not really performing at my my peak. So this morning, I just said, "Do it now, do it now." So I just jumped out quickly, just went for a 5-10 minutes walk and said hello to my neighbor and bask in that. Of course, a bit cold, right? I had to dress appropriately, but then the light was. I was looking at the locks on my phone. It was fascinating. Over, I think 10,000 compared to this room. I hope the room is bright enough, guys. So, if you want to read about the effect of light on our well-being, it's in a copy. You could read in our book, or you could go to. I think there's a book by one of these great guys, somewhere in the U.S. Sudden Panda. Sorry, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing the name. Maybe even when I learn Hindu, I should be able to do that right. Okay, that's a great book on light effect and insights and strategies. So maybe I need to do a dedicated podcast on that, on our wellness artist podcast. Okay, so let's get into why we're here. Okay, so Proverbs 4. Interesting. Oh my God, give me a second. Let me just. So this podcast, you see, I'm not really editing anything at all. You just see what you get, right? So that's what I'm doing actually. But the other podcast probably will be editing that, right? So let me know the sound quality, whatever, even the light effect, if that's okay or not. So let's get into it. So this one just resonated with me this morning. So I think I'll just read from, I think because of the time, you can go and read the Shakespearean experience and the Latin if you like. You can go and read it, just Google. There's 1,000. You could do a PhD if you like in the next 5 years if you wanted to. So, my child, listen closely to my teachings and learn common sense. That was what I was taking Josh and Annie. You're having a breakfast. I was reading aloud to them. Right? That's what you do as a good father. I know I'm flawed like everybody, but you just want to give them the wisdom they will need because they're very smart kids, but they need wisdom, right? Uh, so, so verse 5 says, "Be wise and learn good sense. Remember my teachings and do what I say." Of course, hopefully I'm not reading out of context. So you can read it. Okay, this is the other one, interesting one. Verse 7. "The best thing about wisdom is wisdom itself. Good sense is more important than anything else." I think I like the way maybe the Shakespearean or the kind of KJV or Middle English put it. He said, wisdom is a principal thing. But common sense is not common these days. I mean, you listen to, even myself, I struggle with common sense. So, yeah, it's interesting. That's why I'm reading this. I'm even doing this podcast for myself first. So, if I can leave this wisdom, hopefully, before the end of the year, I'll be able to make better decisions. Right. So, let's keep to. I think there's one I want to say. It talks about okay, verse 23. "Careful guard your thought because they are the source of your true life." Depending on the version or the translation of reading, it comes in different way. Guarding your heart. That's why in the morning, I'm more introverted. I'm focusing on myself, doing meditation, writing, and journaling, and all that. Before I get out there, yeah. So uh, let me know what you think about this verse 4. I mean, you could spend the whole year marinating, contemplating, meditating. What other words is that? um Pondering. I think I posted on social media the other day. I said cogito. I love that because that's when you ponder, think deeply. But most people don't think how these days, and including myself, we're just running around from one meeting to the other. Okay, so let me think. Let me know what your thoughts are about this Proverbs 4. or perhaps any proverbs. It could be in Hindi, it could be in Hebrew, it could be in Japanese, it could be in any book. Okay, before I forget, somebody just reminded one of my team members. We need to read from. I think I'll read from these and the Latin stuff. We're trying to make this as like 5 minutes. So if you read, that's the book Daily Stoic, page 349. There is no evil in things changing, but there is no good thing in persisting in the new state. Marcus Aurelius. Yeah. Nothing is good or bad. Thinking make it so. I've sent that quote several times to people and myself. Some people didn't like it, but that's the reality. There's nothing really good or bad. I think who said that? Was it? I need to check. Was it Shakespeare? Was it Williams? Was he whatever? But there's nothing good or bad, thinking. Thinking make it so. So, yeah. So let me know what you think about that daily stoic. You could put it there, or perhaps the proverbs. And before I go, I'll read this aloud. Vive, Simpliciter, Cogita, Alte, which means live simply and think deeply. Interesting. How can you simplify your life? Okay, repeat the question. How can simplifying your life help you focus on what truly matters? Yeah, to simplify one's life, just, peel back the layers of onions, learning and relearning. And that's what I'm doing in my book, How to Fail, my new book. I said my new book, whatever. How to truly find balance, right? You have to peel a lot of layers of onions so we can know what truly matters. So for me, I'm a man of faith, of science and philosophy, and of course I'm a father, I'm an husband. So those that matters to me. Of course, my community as well. It doesn't necessarily mean either you're black, Asian, white, male, female, young, whatever really. As long as you're a good human being, right? We all work in progress. So let me know what you think. Please subscribe, share, and I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. And get out there, get some light, right? Get some light, and maybe that's why I'm feeling a little bit, feeling really elated this morning because I've exposed myself to light. Hopefully, I'll be able to write a bit of maybe a few pages today. Until then, Benedictus. Bye. Odabo. Catch you for now.